Hi everyone, my name is Maciej. I work at L2Bit as a software developer, and today I want to give you a quick overview of data availability landscape. I will also tell you how blobs slashed rollup fees and why teams are now exploring alternative DA layers, plus the trade-offs you should keep in mind. So let's dive in. EAP 4844 gave us blobs, a special space where rollups can post data for a fraction of what call data cost. And we saw a drastic drop in rollup fees from the very first day, as most of the rollups switched to blobs almost immediately. Check the charts. First base, far higher volume but much cheaper transactions. Activity went up from few user operations per second to more than 100, but transaction cost went down from $0.50 or even more to fraction of 1 cent. Arbitrum, same story, more transactions but cheaper transactions. And many other rollups follow the same pattern. So yeah, it's all great, but the blob space is full, almost. The original blob target was 3 blobs per block with a hard cap of 6. And we have been hitting that ceiling since October last year. Pectra upgrade in the first week of this month raised the target to 6 and a hard cap to 9. And even though we haven't maxed it out yet, the average blob count is climbing every week, so we can expect that it will be filled soon again. Also, even though it's not full yet, there is already no room left for another big project like Base, as Base itself is posting 44% of the whole data posted in last few days. And with new rollup popping up almost daily, saturation is just a matter of time. Also, whenever the blob count goes above the target, the blob's base fee is rising, and blobs are becoming to be expensive. Before the Pectra, it caused a lot of problems to some rollups. When Base was pushing a significant amount of data, some rollups like Optimism, Arbitrum, and all the big ones just switched back to posting to call data, which is good. But some really small rollups just stopped posting completely, which was hurting their liveness. Currently, this is not the case, but we can expect to get there soon again. So you won't be able to push more data and go higher with L2 throughputs without sacrificing liveness, which means how frequently rollups post data to Ethereum, while theoretically rollup could gather whole day's transaction data, compress it, and post it once a day. It wouldn't provide the user experience we desire. When I'm doing a transaction on L2, I want it to be included in L1 block as fast as possible to have the finality quickly. So yeah, because all these constraints, a lot of high TPS projects like Eclipse, MegaEth, and many more real-time blockchains are now exploring alternative DA layers. So yeah, enter all DAs, cheap and roomy. First up is Celestia, modular DA chain. Yesterday it handled a bit less than 3 gigabytes of data, and yet it can handle up to 120 gigabytes of data. So only 2.5% of space utilization, where Ethereum target is at around 5.3 gigabytes of data daily. Next, Avail, only less than 1% of space utilization with a max of 17 gigabytes of data daily. And many other LDAs follows the same pattern. Eigen DA with throughput of 15 megabytes per second, Espresso DA on testnet with 30, and Near DA with more than 53 megabytes per second, where Ethereum is at less than 0.1. So yeah, more place for still very cheap, competitive price. It feels perfect, right? No, because your data now lives outside of Ethereum, so new risks appear. And to gather all those risks, we at L2Bit created a dedicated data availability risk framework. It covers in total 5 different risks split in 2 buckets. First to cover DA layer risk and other 3 DA bridge risks. DA bridge risks only apply if project is using DA bridge. Skipping DA bridge is even worse, as Ethereum has no proofs that the data was ever posted there. And DA bridge basically acts like an oracle that brings back DA commitments back to Ethereum. Unfortunately, currently there are only few projects that are using DA bridge. So yeah, let's cover the whole framework quickly. First risk from DA layer risk is economic security, which measures how much stake the DA validator would need to burn in order to perform a successful data withholding attack. And the green risk applies when bribery risk is measurable on-chain, plus slashable funds exceed total value secured by this DA layer. So basically the slashable column on our website should be bigger than total value secured column. Next risk is fraud detection mechanism, so which assess like how effectively users can protect themselves if majority of the validator or committee members are malicious. And this is basically data availability sampling check. Next risks from DA breach risk, committee security, which evaluates the committee attesting to the DA breach. This scoring is really very similar to our Security Council scoring in our stages framework. So basically how independent and diversified are the members of the committee. Next one, upgradability. This one is very simple. So if there is enough time for user to exit in case of unwanted or malicious upgrade. And the last one, relayer failure. So what would happen if relayer fails or misbehaves? And the green risk applies when user can self-propose the commitments, because if it's not the case, then relayer becomes the liveness bottleneck. So yeah, to sum up everything very quickly, in current state of DA blobs, Ethereum blobs, all DAs can be a good solution, but not for every use case, given the new risk that we have just covered, especially when not using DA breach. We need to scale Ethereum blobs more, so projects don't even need to consider choosing all DAs, and they will always use Ethereum DA as a default. Fortunately, we already have another step on our roadmap, the Fusaka upgrade, which should take place by the end of the year and should scale Ethereum blobs from a target of 6 to 48, so 8x improvement. The goal is straightforward: make Ethereum blobs big enough, cheap enough to handle all those rollups data securely, affordably, here at home on Ethereum. Thank you.
So thanks a lot, Maciej, for your wonderful presentation. And if you guys have any quick question, please feel free to ask. We don't have much time, so we will take just one question. Please don't be shy. Okay, so I will ask you a quick question. So what's your next milestone that you are planning to achieve?
Like in Ethereum DA, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure the Fusaka upgrade, which should raise the blobs for 8x. And after that, we will not know now. We will see what will be the depend for Ethereum blobs. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You have a question?
Can you go again to the blob space diagram, please? Like, I would like to know why there is like...
It doesn't work.
But do you remember like the one that you were showing with base and all the layer 2s? Like there was one period without any like blob space, like for Unichain, and also like base was like a bit bigger in that moment. Do you know why? What happened there?
Wait, which chart? With the gas fees or?
No, like the blob space, I see.
Yeah. So why the base is bigger, yeah?
No, not the base, but I mean there was one moment with like 0 blob space, like. Yeah, like we can.
Yeah, so like I'm not sure at which part of the chart you're talking about, but maybe we can catch me after the presentation and we can talk about it.